Okay, we're back.
Hi, guys.
We're here.
Sorry, friends.
For the first time. Sorry
we got
we were
carried
late.
away.
Yes.
We were picking the theme of the week on the fly. And you guys, the theme of... Oh, first of all, my name is Matthew Swanson. I'm an illustrator.
No,
it's,
what?
Am I not?
No, you're not an illustrator.
No, I make amazing paintings and drawings of celebrities
yeah,
that everyone recognizes at an instant. It is April 24th, 2020. My name is Matthew Swanson. I'm an author. This is my colleague, Robbi Bear. She lives here with me.
I just want to apologize, everyone.
Chestertown, Marion? Chestertown, Maryland. Guys, I got up early again this morning. I did some writing and I used my brain all day long.
And you're tired?
Yeah, I'm super tired.
No.
So we, at the end of the last show, we were like, oh my goodness, what is the theme going to be for next week? Robbi spoke in that exact voice. It was weird. She just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And we, on the fly, and we decided the theme of the week for next week is going to be balloons. I was issuing a challenge to you all. The challenge is think outside the box.
Yes.
I know you got a balloon at a party one time. But a balloon is anything that is inflatable, right? So what are the great inflatable things in the world?
There's also lots of things to learn about balloons, even if you're just thinking about regular balloons.
Okay, so Robbi wants you to think narrowly.
No.
I want you to think expansively.
I want you to think expansively, but not think that you can't actually talk about regular balloons.
Somebody should talk about regular balloons.
There's lots of interesting things about regular balloons.
How many balloons?
Like, how are they made?
How many balloons are there in the world? How do you make something that stretches like that?
Yes.
How do you do that? What are the medical applications of balloons? When was the first balloon invented? What is the most outrageous thing that a balloon is used for that you can think of?
Yes.
Really give us, rather than, here's another request. Rather than sending tons of information.
Yes, I want you to be specific.
Pick very specific, interesting things and focus on that, okay? We got
lots of broad information about flightless birds, but that just meant that a lot of people repeated other people's information.
We're most inspired. Try to find something unique.
Very particular.
And interesting and surprising.
Yes.
What I want you to do is to send Robbi an email that makes her go like this. Are you ready? Wait for it. Like that.
I did get a lot of emails like that.
I want her to be like, bored, but I want her to just be a little surprised. So surprise her, shock her, delight her, engage her, entertain her, tickle her. I mean, whatever you want to do to make Robbi make.
Horrible. I don't like that.
You didn't.
Enjoy that.
Didn't want to be tickled on the camera.
I did not.
Okay, I don't either. I hope that nobody tickles me on the camera.
Matthew actually has a rule. There's a rule. Nobody's ever allowed to tickle Matthew because he gets angry.
I get angry and I might
injure
you.
And he'll punch somebody.
I might punch you.
By accident.
I don't want to punch you.
As a reflex.
I like you guys.
Oh my gosh, Waylon's already on it. Thank you, Waylon.
He's already...
Balloons were first invented in France in the late 18th century.
Oh my gosh.
Two paper makers, what were they doing? Jacques and Joseph Montgolfier discovered that when paper bags are filled with hot air, they float. But you know what? I'd like to submit that I bet the Chinese
seem to have invented everything way before anyone else. So let's just see. We don't know. But we are tempted to think that balloons
When will they finish Mr. Vinegar?
When will they finish it? What do you mean?
Mr. Vinegar is done. Is that what you mean?
There's Mr. Vinegar.
Yeah. Did I jump the gun on the agenda?
I don't know. All right, let's see. Here, let's see what's happening here. We did announce the winner. We'll announce it again. Here we go. What does it say?
Matthew does no push-ups while listening to Matthew's Fan Club theme song 1.
Yeah. I don't want to do any push-ups today.
Now, are you going to be playing both of your theme songs from here on out?
It only seems fair, given that Drew created 2 theme songs, that we dignify his efforts by listening to them.
All right.
I'm in Matthew's Fan Club.
I'm just...
Wait.
That's fine. Go ahead. We'll just go right into it. See, we just nipped 2 agenda items in the bud.
Yes, good.
All right?
Well done.
Because I did no burpees while doing that one. Now, Robbi does push-ups, burpees, and Jackety Jansons while listening to her theme song. So
excellent. Wait, I have to do my Jackety Dansons?
You have to do push-ups, burpees, and Jackety Dansons.
You know what? I can't do push-ups because
I don't want to hear any cant. I don't want to hear any cant about it, Robbi.
All right.
Push-ups, burpees, and Jackety Dansons while listening to your fan club theme song, please. Don't. Where are you? Come back.
Robbi is cuter.
I can't actually
Robbi's just better.
Oh, burpees.
Than Matthew.
You know what? That's better than I thought you were going to do, so I'm not going to give you a hard time. I think that was pretty darn good, Robbi Bear. All told, 3 snaps and 4 carrots for that effort. Okay? All right, here we go. Drink water we can't because we didn't replenish our water.
You know what? I have some water in my water bottle.
Well, I'm just
Prost. Cheers. I'm just
drink
it up.
Gonna have water envy going on here. What does this say?
Contemplate coconut cream pie.
Right. So yesterday we thought about cheesecake. Today, coconut cream pie, you guys, with a really nice crust and that sort of puddingy, coconutty base.
Can
and
I
then
tell you a good story?
Excuse me, I'm not done fantasizing yet. And then the whipped cream on the top, and then a little bit of just sort of lightly burnt oven roasted coconut flecks on top that makes a little sort of crust, a little chewy delight on the top of the whipped cream, and you cut into it and you take bites and you think perhaps you won a prize or you have transcended this mortal plane and you've moved on to another state of being where the angels and the bodhisattvas surround you.
All right. Can I tell you a funny story?
I guess you're going to, regardless.
Funny story about my dad, Bob.
Yeah, okay.
Bob, did you send Bob the links this morning?
I did.
Oh, thanks. So, hi, Bob. Everybody say
hello,
hi,
Bob.
Bob has a funny story that when he was a kid, which was about 1,000 years ago, he got a what is it?
I don't know.
It's the chocolate cake. Is it German chocolate cake?
Oh, German chocolate cake that has the little.
It has little coconut shavings on the top.
In the frosting. Yeah.
And he loved it, and it was so delicious. He went to somebody's house, and they offered him German chocolate cake.
Yeah.
And they also had a different kind of cake.
Yeah.
And so they asked, "Would you like another piece of cake?" And he said, "Yes." And they said, "Well, which cake would you like?" And he said, "I'd like another piece of that chocolate cake with the fingernails on top."
They do.
He thought that they were fingernails, which makes you wonder, would you ask for another piece of cake with fingernails on top?
If it was delicious, sure you would. Bob is adventurous.
Gross.
If he was like, that fingernail cake was so good, I want more of it.
Something.
Okay. Oh, you guys are going to see something really special. I want to tell you guys two things. One, Waylon, thank you for the research on the balloons, but save them for next week. Okay, we're doing that next week. So
well, that's okay.
But what I'm saying, put it in a document and send it to us.
Waylon did send me research.
I appreciate it.
So,
the other thing is, you guys, Bob likely is not able to see the comments. I'm guessing that's not in his current.
He's speaking loudly back at you.
But Bob, Amy, Thomas, all sorts of people are saying hi to you, Bob.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Robbi, what is this?
Here's the other thing.
What is this majesty?
This is a gift that my children gave to me.
That was facilitated by their father.
It's a magnet.
Full of
their fingernail clippings because they know that fingernails gross me out so much.
There's nothing Robbi dislikes more than fingernails, but there's nothing that she loves more than her children.
I know, so I have to keep this gift.
So we created something that was a puzzle to Robbi. She doesn't know how to feel about it or what to do with it.
I hate it, but I have to keep it.
All right. All right, here we go. What do we have here?
Contemplate coconut cream pie. It was lovely, except that it made me think of fingernail clippings. Show Robbi's finished illustration.
Okay, so you guys, yesterday, after we left you, Robbi did a little bit more tweakity-deakiting on her illustration because there wasn't quite enough time.
Well,
we have finished.
I think maybe it was Alice who pointed out.
What did Alice point out?
Or Jane who pointed out that the mane could be like a less solid color, and maybe add some streaks.
I think that's really nice.
So I added a little bit of lime green in there.
Yeah.
And then I added some highlights with some silver. I found some silver paint, so it's a little hard to see, but
I would like to point out also, Robbi, what you did here. You added a little bit of narrative tension to this illustration.
Oh.
If you had just had Dan looking at Mr. Vinegar,
I see.
Then we would just think it was two characters looking at each other fondly.
Right.
But Dan is kind of looking off to the side.
He's a little skeptical.
So Mr. Vinegar's like, "Hey, dude, let's shake hands." And Dan's like, "Where's somebody else I could pretend to be talking to?" So Robbi, just by moving the pupil back in the eye,
interesting,
created tension instead of just sort of a boring scenario. There's a little bit of a story emerging, which I would argue makes it an illustration. Okay? She was illustrating a moment in a story. It's meant to provoke you. You're like, what? Why is that bird looking in that direction? What is the larger story? It's not just an image. It's a story. It's a moment. It's a tension. It's a little piece of art that stretches beyond just what you see with the eye. That's what I'm saying.
Tell us a little bit of a story.
I admire that. Nice work.
Thanks,
okay.
man.
So what's happening here?
Share a favorite bit of research and announce the winner. So we went through all of the research in the previous half hour.
We did.
But highlights.
Yes.
We learned about lots of different.
So many things. Thank you everybody for so much research.
Turns out in New Zealand, there's the most flightless birds are left
because
in New Zealand.
they have no cats in New Zealand.
No cats, no snakes.
Well, they have cats, but they don't have big murderous cats that prowl the plains and eat the birds.
Try to kill birds left and
right.
right.
That's right.
No snakes.
Right.
So natural predators in New Zealand are not there. So New Zealand has lots of flightless birds.
That's right.
My favorite flightless bird happens to be the steamer duck.
Yeah.
The flightless steamer duck, because there is the flying steamer duck.
I prefer the flying steamer duck.
I prefer
just
the
to be
flightless
contrary.
steamer duck.
Maris sent that to us.
Yes.
And
for her finding a flightless bird, another silent bird from Matthew, for her finding a flightless bird that I so appreciated the name of, she is tied to win the print
with Maris,
her sister Maeve, right?
Maris tied with Maeve.
Yes.
Sassy Maeve.
Maeve sent us a lovely long
PowerPoint
presentation.
It wasn't long. It was very well. It was 3 panels long.
No, that's true.
It had embedded audio.
It obviously required a lot of work to put together.
It had a lovely wallpaper.
Yes.
It had a silhouetted front.
But the thing that got me most excited was when Maeve she did the soundtrack to it.
Yes.
And she said,
"Save the cockapoo!
Save the cockapoo!
Save it!"
She said it like I just said it.
Save the cockapoo!
No, she said, "Save the cockapoo!"
Save the cockapoo!
Which was my favorite thing ever. So that is why they won, and we will figure out how to send them the things that they won.
Robbi hasn't heard of it. This is the mail service. We're going to use the mail service.
We're going to use them. Do we have their address?
I know how to find it.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
That's what I meant by figure out how to send it to them.
You know what we could do? We could tie it to a balloon.
Oh.
Put it into the air
Yes.
and act hopeful. We could say, I hope it lands wherever they live.
Yes.
Let's try that. We could tie the 2 themes of the week
You know
because it would be ironic.
Wait.
A flightless bird print would be flying with the aid of a balloon.
But I would like to also point out that I do believe in Kent County, I think we have recently passed a law
I don't know.
that we are not allowed to do balloon flights because it's so bad for the environment.
Oh.
Balloon releases, where you put all the balloons up in the air.
I think it probably is. It's putting a bunch of plastic and gases
then it falls
into the air.
Down. It's not the gases so much; it's the plastic that lands all over the landscape when the balloons are.
This balloon would be so intelligent.
It would just
that it would land at Maris and Maeve's house.
Into their house.
And Maris and Maeve's mom and dad would take the balloon and recycle it.
Oh.
That's what they would do. Or they would reuse it to cause delight at another time. Or they would send us a return message.
Maybe that's something that you could learn in your research. Ways to reuse old dead balloons.
All right.
All right.
All right, here we go. What's next?
Thank you, Kylie.
Where are we?
Okay.
Yeah?
Show Robbi's finished illustration. We did that. Share favorite bit of research and announce the winners. I added to... share winning Robbi is better research.
I'd like to show you this diagram created by Abigail, submitted by Abigail. I would like to read you the whole lengthy list provided by Principal Schaefer's parents, Amy and Grant, but it was so riddled with inaccuracies that I don't want to upset you by having you jump to my defense so many times for all the untrue things that were said. But look at this Venn diagram. Abigail put Robbi things in the Robbi side, Matthew things in the Matthew side, and in the middle it says great author and illustrator together. I think she is working on an effort to reconciliation. She wants us to see that there's more to be gained by stressing our similarities.
We're both good enough.
What we maybe should do at some point is create the Robbi and Matthew themes, or the fan club. The Robbi and Matthew.
Joint Robbi and Matthew.
The joint Robbi and Matthew fan club. I mean, we have a joint theme song.
I'm not
Couldn't we have a joint fan club that would give everybody the opportunity to celebrate the bothness of us in one place? If anyone knows Drew Bunting and thinks that he feels like writing a new theme song,
well, he did. Doesn't that count?
That is the show theme song.
Oh, but we need
a fan club theme song. Do you know what I'm saying? The Robbi and Matthew fan club theme song, inspired by Abigail. Because Abigail, I think she's trying to say, hey guys, can't we just get along? I think that's what she's trying to say.
All right.
Abigail, is that what you're trying to say? It's not what you're trying to say. Let us know. That's what I think you're trying to say. Oh, you know what I forgot to do?
What?
I forgot to put the actual reading of Two's a Crowd on here.
Oh.
Or are we not going to do that today?
Well,
we have 10 minutes left.
I
what do you
thought
think?
This was supposed to be a free-for-all.
Are there any jokes? Do we have
jokes? There's jokes up at the top.
Okay, let's do some jokes.
Okay. Al Puppy is here, which
should
means there are
I get
jokes.
my guitar and do some musical jokes? All right. Can you riff for a second?
Oh gosh, go quick.
Or do you want to get my guitar?
I'll get your guitar.
Okay, you know where it is, right?
Yeah.
It's next to my cabinet in my room. But now I realize, friends, I have to do the riffing. That's not something that I was counting on. Friends, if you have any jokes that you know from anywhere, put them in. We're going to do the thing where Robbi reads a joke, and I sing the joke, and I answer the joke in song, and then I hear the actual answer, and I answer it in song again. It's going to be a very unmelodic experience for you. You might cringe. You might wish that you had some homework to do. All sorts of things might happen.
You could start doing your balloon research while Matthew tries to answer jokes.
If you give me some particularly choice bits of research, I could... I need a pick. Oh, here it is.
Wait, I wanted to show you something before we start singing.
All right, I'm going to come up with a melody.
Okay, this flashed by...
I still have a painful finger. I'm going to do my best.
Oh, this flashed by in the last live cast, and somebody mentioned it. Here we go. There's a picture of Grant, our Principal Schaefer's dad, with one of the ties that I designed, and this is one that no longer exists. I think we sold out of these. So it's got all of the dogs on it, and then it's got one little bitty, I don't know if you guys can see it, one fire hydrant. There we go. Thank you, Grant, for reminding me that anyone has purchased a tie from me in the past.
So many people purchased ties from you. You're almost out of ties.
No, there's so many left, Matthew. There's so many left. Okay, here come the jokes.
I'm ready for the jokes. I hope that you will read them to me. I hope that you will read them to me.
I'm trying to, but you keep singing.
I'll be quiet now. I'll shut up. I'll be quiet now. I will be quiet.
What animal falls from the sky when it's rainy?
What animal falls from the sky when it's raining? A steamer duck falls from the sky because it cannot fly! Because it cannot fly! Unless it's a flying steamer duck, in which case it does not fall from the sky. It zooms along the plains majestically like steamer ducks do if they can fly, but not like the ones that just fall like rocks and land awkwardly on the ground and break their legs and look embarrassed. That's what regular steamer ducks do when they fall from the sky. But today I do not know what kind of animal, what kind of duck falls from the sky?
What kind of animal falls from the sky? You just got...
Extremely heavy animals fall from the sky.
When it's rainy.
Cats and dogs fall from the sky. According to the popular phrase, cats and dogs fall from the sky just mooing and meowing. I mean barking and meowing. Cats don't moo. Dogs don't moo. Please tell me the answer to this joke before I run out of things to say.
The answer is the reindeer.
It's the reindeer. And also Santa. Because you don't ever see a reindeer without Santa. He falls from the sky. We hope he has a parachute. Christmas will be quite tragic this year. What is the next joke, Robbi? What is the next joke, Robbi? What is the next joke, Robbi? What is the next joke?
What did the nose say to the finger?
What did the nose say to the finger? Don't pick on me.
Very
he said,
good.
Don't pick on me.
That was the shortest joke song.
I don't want you to pick on me because that's rude to pick me in public, pick me in private. But don't eat it, please don't eat it. Please don't eat it. What is the next joke, Robbi?
What did the big flower say?
The big flower
to the little flower.
To the little flower. What did the big flower say to the little flower? I'm bigger than you. I block out the sun. I take all the chlorophyll that you would like to make to keep your leaves full and green.
I don't think the flowers make chlorophyll, do they?
The
Please
leaves
look
make
that up.
chlorophyll.
Thank you.
I got more bees on me than you do, said the big flower to the little flower. I'm more full of pollen I am larger, I am grander, I have more self-confidence, I will accomplish more in life than you. That's what it said. Oh, you're pretty small, bud.
Ah!
Is that what he said?
He said, hi, bud.
Hi, bud.
Hi, very good.
Hi, bud. Hi, bud! I've missed you so much! Hi, bud. Hi, bud.
All right.
Yeah?
What is the Tower of Pisa's first name?
Pisa's first name? Its first name is Leaning. Its first name is Leaning. It's short for Leaning Mangalagali. That's too long to say, so he just says Leaning. That's too much for his mom to embroider on his shirt or for his teacher to write on his sippy cup at school. So he just goes by Leaning. His friends still think it's a stupid name and they make fun of him. That's why he slouches to the side, but it made him famous through all of history for not having good posture. The Leaning Tower of Pisa. Such a slouching.
Remind me what his full name was again.
I don't remember. I can't commit it to memory. It's too awkward a phrase to fit inside my head, which prefers nice short words of no more than 3 syllables. What was the actual joke? I forget. What's the Leaning Tower of Pisa's first name?
Yes, it is...
The Mona Pisa. It's the Mona Pisa. What is it? Eileen Pisa?
Eileen the Tower.
I don't understand the joke. Eileen Pisa doesn't make any sense at all. I bet she gets even more made fun of than her friend. Eileen. I get it.
You get it.
Eileen. I like making Robbi cry on the show. Are there any more jokes?
Yes, there are. Let's see.
While we're looking for jokes, remember that next week's theme is the balloons.
Yes.
And remember also that there is no show tomorrow, and there is no show on Sunday for the first time in who knows how long. We are going to not
we
do
have
a show.
a balloon-themed joke from Waylon.
Oh my gosh, Waylon, right on point. Let's do it.
What did the balloon say to the doctor?
What did the balloon say to his doctor, his medical professional, when he went in for his checkup? He said, don't stick a needle in me because I have a very delicate membrane that needs utter integrity to hold my air in. I don't want to pop. That song took a turn for the creepy. We don't want anything like... Oh. What did the balloon say to the doctor?
What did the balloon say to the doctor?
I might have small pops instead of smallpox.
That's a good.
What is it? What did the balloon say to the doctor, Robbi?
I feel lightheaded.
That's a very funny joke, Waylon. Thank you for the appropriate foreshadowing to all of next week's topics and content.
I have another.
Let me hear it. Let me hear the
balloon joke.
Another
from
balloon
Waylon.
joke. Waylon, let's have another one.
What is it like to work for a hot air balloon company?
What is it like to work for a hot air balloon company? All the time you feel that you're groundless, or you're up over your head, or you're out on a limb, or you're... Oh, are you a basket case?
No.
A basket case?
That was good, though.
You are constantly under tons of canvas or artificial fabric that floats and holds hot air. I don't know. Please tell me the answer.
It has its ups and downs.
It has its ups and downs being in the hot air balloon biz. Because first you go up, but then you gotta come down, because whatever comes up must go down. It's a truth, it's a universal truth, said by a wise person long ago. Robbi, did we exhaust the content in the stream?
No, there's a couple more jokes.
I don't know if anyone can stand it. It might make everybody alienated from this show. What else is there? Please hurry, commence, hasten the asking of the next joke.
Why did the kid bring a ladder to school?
Why did the kid bring a ladder to school? He wanted to climb. He was a high achiever. He was a high achiever.
Oh, that's good.
Because someone had to rung the bell at school?
No.
No.
The high was right.
Because he wanted to aim high. He wanted to get high marks. He wanted to get... I don't know. Tell me.
He wanted to go to high school.
He wanted to go to high school. He was tired of being on the first floor of school where the little kids studied like the kindergartners with the snotty noses and all their sticky fingers. He wanted to go to high school where you get to dissect frogs and diagram sentences, which was more what he was interested in intellectually. He had high aspirations, this young man. He needed a ladder to get there and fulfill his plan.
We're out of time. Oh, but there's such a good. There's two
One more.
Okay. I can't decide which one.
Just read it, please.
What did the Georgians call the French emperor when he stood in front of the cannon? I don't know why Georgians. Georgians is
foolish. They called him extremely foolish standing in front of the cannon. Or maybe they said, man, you sure are holy.
What was his name, Matthew?
His name was Bernard. His name was Bernard.
What famous French emperor was named Bernard?
Bernard Johnson. He was little known. He's not in the history books because he only emperored for a couple of days and then he slipped and hit his head and said, this is too dangerous. I'm going to retire and sell hammers instead. True story
Not
about
true.
Bernard Johnson,
Not true.
the little-known emperor of France. Can you tell me the actual answer, please? I don't know if I even really know what the joke was to begin with. I can't remember now.
What did they call the French emperor when he stood in front of a cannon? They called him Napoleon blown apart.
Napoleon blown apart. Oh, this is a sad song, but also kind of poetic. Is there another joke, or are we all done?
Okay, this is a good one, but it's just one line.
Let's have it.
Two balloons were floating around a desert.
Two balloons were floating around a desert, and
one said to the other, look, a cactus.
Look, a cactus. Yeah. What a deflationary tale. I feel a little hollow.
Oh.
Thank you, friends, for sitting through another episode of Musical Jokes. Who knows? This might be the last time any of you ever attends this show.
I personally love musical
Woo!
jokes, and
Wow,
I'm
friends.
sorry that they went on for so long.
I want you to either spend
Yes.
the next 2 days recovering from musical
Yes.
jokes, doing your balloon research,
Yep.
or longing for more hard-hitting content
I also
on the Robbi and Matthew
super
show.
appreciate you people in the sidebar who
Yeah.
came up with balloon jokes
Yeah, on the fly. That's very nimble of you. That's very 21st century, you
Yes.
guys. You're going to need those skills to
Yep.
thrive in an emerging
Yep.
economy and a changing world.
Yep.
We need
Well
your generation to
done.
save things that we've messed up. And coming up with balloon jokes on the fly is a promising
Yes.
sign that you are
Yes.
well equipped
You are on
for
your way.
tomorrow's world.
Yes.
All right, friends.
We'll see you Monday.
Maris,
Have
Maeve,
a
well
great
done.
weekend.
Abigail, well done.
Yes. All
Amy,
people
Grant, try harder
will
next week. Try harder.
No, everybody tried really hard.
Oh.
It's totally arbitrary who I decide
No,
wins.
no. Amy and
That's
Grant
all
need
I'm
to
saying.
try harder to come up with a list.
Oh.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Gotcha,
all right?
gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Bye,
All
everyone.
right. Bye, friends.
Thank you for joining us.
We've enjoyed this.
We love you guys.
Goodbye.